Howdy folks, Creepy Kentuckian here with you from DEADPIT.com. This is the third and final of the Eco Horror Reviews that I'm doing for Kino Lorber Studio Classics. These are TV movies from the 1970s that involve creatures gone awry, animals gone wild. This one here from 1978, directed by Lee H. Katzin. It's Terror Out of the Sky. This one may take the cake. Of all of these, this one may be my favorite. And there's a lot of killer bee movies. There's The Swarm. This is actually the follow-up to The Savage Bees. So the 70s, when it comes to killer bee movies, like I think the killer bee movement from Africa or whatever the deal was with those bees back in the day. Well, that kind of caused a chaotic scene in the United States. Everyone was scared that these killer bees from Africa were going to come over and sting the fuck out of you and you were going to be gone. And that's kind of what we deal with here with Terror Out of the Sky. And again, this is a unofficial sequel, or it may be official sequel, I don't know, from 1976. The Savage Bees. Terror Out of the Sky stars Grizzy Adams himself, Dan Haggerty. He would later go on to do the cult B-movie Elves, which we've covered a lot here on Dead Pit. His character in this is Nick, and he's kind of like a gigolo, right? So there's these guys, David and Nick, on the sides there. David is played by Efren Zimbalist Jr., who is the head of this National Bee Center, and they have discovered a new killer bee that's dangerous. Okay, if the queen bee is out there mating and making more of these killer bees, the United States is screwed, basically. The National Bee Center, as careful as they are, they accidentally mailed out. I don't know how you mail a bee. How does that happen? I don't know. They accidentally mailed out to 3 separate areas spread across the entire United States these Africanized bees that's killer. They're killer bees. So the lady in the middle there, Jeannie, is kind of in love with both dudes, right? And they don't like each other. I think she may be married to David. I don't know. I didn't really figure that out. I don't know. But Dan Haggerty's character there, Nick, he's an airplane pilot. So they need him to help travel to these different sites so they can confiscate these bees before more is hatched out or whatever happens to bees, however that they do that. These three are out and about to save the people and the citizens of the United States from these bees that are dangerous, boss. And of course, they can't save everybody. There's scenes with actual bees laying all over people and things. There's one hilarious shot that I recall where I think it was one of the kids' dogs is killed by the bees. And they literally, I don't know if they drugged the dog or how the hell they did that. Because you can obviously see the dog's breathing. And the bees are all over the dog. And I'm like, they had to have drugged the fuck out of that dog. I don't know. But there's a lot of, how did they do that scenes? There's a lot of scenes where you're like, wow, man, that's crazy. Shots that they filmed for this. And there's a shot, too, where the Boy Scouts, which I think it's got one of the kids that was from Escape, the Witch Mountain movies, the Disney Witch Mountain movies from the 70s. I think I remember his face. Yeah, they're trapped in the van, and these Boy Scouts are trapped in a school bus, and the bees are around them, boys, and there's no escape, no surrender from the killer bees. So you get the idea of what you're in for here with Terror Out of the Sky. The acting in this is not the best. I mean, I can get a kick out of Dan Haggerty because, he's just such a dry actor. I believe when they did hire him on for Grizzy Adams, I don't think he was even an actor. They just saw him and they were like, look at that dude's beard. Terror Out of the Sky, along with the other movies that I reviewed, all these came out recently from Kino Lorber. part of their Studio Classics line, and they did a great job with these releases, guys. A lot of these had just been on DVD. I think all of them had just been on DVD before, and I'm not sure all of them were even released before. So this is one of the better ones of the three, I think. Some of the special features included on this is an audio commentary with film historian David Duvall and filmmaker David Ducotier. And it does have newly commissioned artwork from Vince Evans, who did all these covers. And you get, it's a one disc edition. You get the same artwork on both sleeves. Terror Out of the Sky is out now. Check it out and check us out over at DEADPIT.com.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butts.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
not.
want you to. I
don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
For this video officially ends, Old Curly Jaws has a message for you. Go on over to shop.deadpit.com and go look at their Teen Public store right now. You got some new shirts like the Old Curly Jaws official t-shirt, which is brutal and badass. You got the Yummy Gummy shirt with the captain himself on the shirt. You got Uncle Bill's face on a fucking shirt. You got the Final Girl shirt. You got all these shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Get them before they're all out, especially the new one, Bedtime 1039. It doesn't get better than that, so go on out. Check out these shirts at shop.deadpit.com. Go look at their Teen Public store. You're going to have a good old time. Get them all!
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.